Jane's Story, Case 3. Here in this document, we are introduced to Project Manager Jane. The company she works for has not been disclosed. She's been working as a project manager for more than 15 years, and in this time, she has delivered her projects using the traditional waterfall project management approach. However, Jane has now been asked by her managers to deliver her projects using an agile delivery method. She is hesitant about this change for a variety of reasons, as the constraints she is familiar with will change. Her involvement in planning and making day-to-day decisions will change, and her team's dynamic and operation method will change. Jane's new critical task will change to a focus on working closely with the business manager and client, with the intent of optimizing business value, as opposed to managing risk and creep of budget, time, and scope. Questions posed. How easy would it be for Jane to use an agile project management approach from this point forth? Well, the way of managing projects is quite a contrast between agile and waterfall, and Jane is aware of the differences and the changes to her role, which is a good start. The transition to agile will be a change for her, but it may also be a change for her team. Jane's role, and to an extent her team's involvement, will become less plan-focused and instruction-driven and more value-orientated in the time frame provided. The adjustment will take time for everybody to take on the new mindset and learn to work together in a different way. She and her team may benefit from training or coaches or mentors during the first few projects to help with adjustment. She may also want to start small, learn, review, and adapt as she goes. She will need to accept that change may take some time and it will not happen overnight. And support from her managers will be important, and I believe she must lead by example to enable the projects to run successfully and continue to establish her qualities as a leader within the company. Number 2. If Jane could change, how long would it take? I believe Jane could change. She may be hesitant or not like the delivery method and prefer to deliver projects using the waterfall methodology. But with an open mind approach, she will have experienced the benefits and pros and cons of its use on the type of project she is required to deliver for her company. Particularly if she is involved in creating new products where the need for customer feedback and refinement is critical for success, this new delivery method might be a welcome change. Transition to Agile might take the delivery of a few projects before comfort levels are reached for both herself and her team. As the same for Jane, the team members will also get the opportunity to experience and decide their opinion on the type of working style they prefer and whether they wish to continue their involvement in Agile project delivery. Jane can start with trial and error, starting small and learning along the way and adapting as she goes. The manifesto principle of continuous improvement intended for project delivery could also be adopted to the project delivery of the team, which they can learn and implement and reflect on. Are there some projects where Jane would still be required to use traditional project management? Yes. If Jane delivers a variety of different projects with the company she works for, the waterfall method could still definitely have its advantages in use. As we are not told where she works, it is hard to say. However, if she was to deliver projects that have clearly defined requirements up front and strict requirements around documentation and compliance, then the waterfall method would be most suitable. Projects such as construction projects are a great example of this. She works on projects where the deliverable continuously lives in an unpredictable zone, and the projects evolve rather are executed and solutions are discovered, not implemented, as described by Eric Larson in the book Project Management, the Managerial Process, then the Agile Project Management method will align well with this work. She may find that after experience using both methods, some projects would benefit from a hybrid approach, where waterfall, for example, is used during the design and development phases, but the construction and delivery phases are better managed using an agile approach. Number 4, empowerment of teams is always an issue. How does Jane know whether the team can be trusted with empowerment? One of the biggest reasons for agile delivery failure, as described by Eric Larson and Clifford Gray in the book Project Management, the Managerial Process, is when company culture is at odds with core agile values. Jane's team and managers need to learn the new mindset and break down the hierarchical approach or structure of the team in which members decide tasks regardless of rank or title. Learning to trust the team to deliver according to the Agile method may take time. Start with smaller tasks and gradually increase responsibility. She could help this by maintaining regular check ins, one on one meetings, and group meetings, and be consistent with equal treatment between team members. To build empowerment within the team, Jane can help by defining not just the what, but also the why, provide framework rather than scripts, foster open communication, celebrate and recognize hard work and progress, and learn to let go to allow the team to grow. Thank you.